morning we learned that the United States Supreme Court has decided not to hear any of the marriage equality cases. This is the non-decision that will change the face of America.
Because the Supreme Court decided not to review the 10th Circuit's decision that applied to Utah, Colorado is in the 10th Circuit. The state decided to withdraw their appeal of Judge Crabtree's order, which made Judge Crabtree's order a final order and effective across the state, giving the entire state marriage equality.
Since 2006 in Colorado, it's been illegal for same-sex couples to wed. And so these couples, for no reason other than their sex, have been denied the fundamental right that's available to every other Colorado family. And that's just wrong. So this case was brought to seek a federal recognition throughout the entire state that these couples deserve the same rights and the same recognition as every other couple. So by bringing this case, we, along with the other teams that brought marriage equality cases, were able to right this awful, egregious wrong of singling out certain types of family for second-class citizen treatment.
Ultimately, we can take very little credit for this. The people who really deserve the credit for the change in the law here are the plaintiffs in every single case who put their name on the line, who stood out and said, I want a change in the law. Those are the people who really should be thanked here.
Mari always made us feel cared for, listened to, equal participants in the case and developing the case. And her sense of justice was just what we needed.
While we can win some of these rights in the courts, really the place where equal rights need to be won is in the hearts and minds of Americans.
Justice is always a team effort, and Kate and I have been honored in many ways to be out front at various times, and there are other people throughout Colorado who have been out front and outspoken, and I think this honors that that rainbow of people who represent the pursuit of justice, the pursuit of human rights.
Some of us were a little more out there and wanting to be interviewed and, talk to newspapers, and then others of us were just really believing in what this case was about and just willing to do whatever was asked of us. And we felt like the attorneys really took care of us in the fact that they would explain, 2 steps ahead of what was happening and if we felt comfortable enough to follow through with things. So we felt like they really held our hands.
The marriage bans affected so many people throughout the state that there was no shortage of available plaintiffs if they had chosen to become plaintiffs. So you had the earlier filed Adams County action that Ralph Ogden was prosecuting. You had our action with our 18 clients. You have the subsequent Lane and Newman case with additional clients. So the interplay between the state and federal systems in striking down and relatively rapidly striking down these unconstitutional laws, I think, is another unique aspect of the case.
Watching things unfold, it was a very exciting time, not only in our case, but the many cases across the country that, decisions were coming out. The landscape was changing so quickly. The cases seemed to be gaining momentum. And we knew that what we were doing was the right thing to do, and we too want to be a part of that momentum.
Every day there was a new decision from a different district court. After we had filed our case in February, it felt like every day we got new law that came in that had new arguments, had new ideas to think about, had new evidence to look at, and everything was going our way. It was a very fun time, it was very exciting.
Professionally, I kind of half-jokingly say it's probably the most important thing I'll do in my entire career, so I might consider retiring here pretty soon.
We appreciate the CTLA acknowledging the importance of these issues, and I certainly want to give a shout out to not only the other teams on the marriage equality cases, but to all of the Case of the Year finalists. These are all very important civil rights issues, and we appreciate the CTLA acknowledging and recognizing the importance of this work.